God, it's up a Shilem's ass. Braving the snow in those mega courts, are ye? Truly. Throw yourselves here for a spell afore moving on. Snow falls down, tis a chattering, winds a howling, frost a beating, la 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 la. Oh, God.
Meave now witnessed a sorry sight. A mass funeral for miners killed due to a tragic convergence of events. Their lead caskets lay upon the snow, wreaths of hop cones laid upon them in turn. The mourners waited for the diggers to finish. The digging was tough, for the ground was frozen. As the crunch and thud of picks and shovels continued, the dead miner's foreman scrambled onto a boulder to make a speech. Angry shouts and loud booing stopped him.
You knew it! You knew they'd smell vapors, but you ordered them to keep digging till it blew up in their faces!
Make the daily quota whatever the cost, eh?
You've blood on your mitts, whoreson!
A mourner then picked up a chunk of frozen ground and threw it at the foreman. Blood spurted from the gash that appeared on his forehead. The first dirt chunk was followed by another, then by a rock, a brick. Meave realized that if she did not intervene, the foreman stood to be stoned to death. Something had to be done quickly. Meave saw this clearly. She spurred her mount and rode into the cemetery, pushing through the throng, then stopping before the foreman, the horse shielding him from further blows.
Calm yourselves! Silence! His guilt cannot be decided here. It must!
Before Meave could finish her plea, a large rock thrown from the crowd struck her bosom, nearly knocking her from her saddle. Upon seeing this, her Lyrian escort lowered spears and drew swords and rushed at the angry mourners.
Back off! No one needs to die! Back off! No one needs to die! Back off! No one needs to die!
Enough chit-chat. Draw your weapon.
Well, if anyone's got any hooch left.
Getting to work. Watch your heads!
You sure about that?
again and again and again.
Ah, they used to tire my tongue about that.
Shite! This sign of stopping! My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me. I'm a monster.
Didn't interfere! Take your business! Now we must stick together. Got a whiff of my axe.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Double hole! Never had your kneecaps broken.
One move's all I need.
Yeah, yeah! Mahakam!
Ha!
Elven blarney.
Give me a target. Abalista, your command.
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
Catch! I'm afraid that's everyone, Your Grace.
The Queen managed to save the Four Dwarf from being lynched, at a price. Many Lyrians emerged from the rumble heavily wounded, Losses among the mourners were much greater. The gravediggers dug the new graves with ease, as the previously frozen ground, warmed by the spilt blood, gave in easily to their shovels. When it was over, seeing what had happened, the fore-dwarf fell to his knees and hid his face in his hands.
They had it right. Those miners died because of me. Because of my cock-up. And now, they're kin.
Though the dwarven elders thanked me for stepping in and preventing the four dwarves' lawless lynching, the queen left the cemetery with a bitter taste in her mouth.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Aye. Should have listened to me old lady.
Left, right, left, right.
I'm a one, sir.
I smell a leak. You mad? Don't shake that! This could hurt.
Lyria!
I'll fight to my last breath.
As ordered.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Company! Forward march!
Stop your yapping and start digging.
The chase is on!
One bolt I need. Give me a time.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Watch your heads! Catch!
The Lyrians ascended the highest section of the Mahakam Range. Snow crunched under their boots, cold air stung their lungs, and the wind snapped at their cloaks. Meve wiped sweat from her brow and turned to Raynor.
There! By the rocks! We shall...
The rest of her words were drowned out by a powerful blast. The entire mountain rumbled with a low, vibrating roar. The sound grew louder, echoing off the rocks, splitting their ears. The Lyrians looked around, disoriented. Few heard Gabor's warning.
Dinna just stand there! Get behind a rock! Quick! Hurry!
Meve followed the dwarf's gaze and cried out in terror. The snow stuck to the mountainside had started to slide down the slope, sending up mists of icy dust. Before she could react, the white torrent knocked her to her knees, crushing her and smothering her into the ground. All she felt after that was all-encompassing cold and fear. Meve survived. The dwarves who ran to the Lyrians' rescue dug her out of the snow in time. Some of her soldiers were not so lucky. The Queen looked at their bodies, blue, frozen. Next to them lay dead horses, demolished wagons. The losses were enormous. Meve wiped her cheek. Her tears burned her frozen skin. Gabor spoke a while with the leader of the Mahakam Guard Patrol that had come to their rescue. His face was dour.
What? What have you learned?
I tell you all in good time. First, you need a warm drink, good victuals.
No, Gabor. I need to find out what in blazes happened here.
Well, it was an avalanche.
Of course it was an avalanche. I'm no fool. But what caused it? What was that noise?
Signal horns. Ours.
So you brought this snow down on us? Dwarves!
Well, aye, but, unawares.
Explain, in brief.
See, we clean our mount regularly. The way menfolk shovel snow off their roofs. Otherwise, the whole shebang would come tumbling down on our heads. When snow's gathered deep enough, we blast our horns to cause a controlled avalanche. Then we need to, sweep up a wee bit and the road's safe.
All well and good, but why did you decide to clean up right as I was passing through?
Wondering that myself. Schedule says next cleaning should have been a week frae now. But someone asked the route to be cleared earlier.
Who?
Meve, I'll tell you. But first, promise you'll...
Who?
Hey. Owain ep Glenvok, the Nilfgaardian emissary. Must have found out you'd be going through.
The bastard. Reynard! Reynard!
Wait! Wait! I understand you're a wee bit upset, you've every right. But you'll never prove Owain meant you harm. The sly weasel will make sure he didn't dirty his own paws.
I've no such scruples. I'll find him and kill him.
And then? How'd you tell that tale to Bruva? Meve, you're justly taught, but for the love, just this once, let it go. Or you'll leave Mahakam with nae a scrap to show for it.
Moments later, scouts reported Owain was camped to the north of the accident site. Meve had to decide how much she was willing to risk to get her revenge on the Imperial emissary.